Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ellie. Today's video is going to be a book haul. So over the space of Christmas Eve to Boxing Day, I have collected 22 books, and I've been debating whether to just do one large book haul, but I think I'm going to split them up into separate ones. So the first one I'm going to do is my Christmas book haul, of which there are 6 books, and then I'm going to do a Christmas Eve haul and a Boxing Day haul, which books I got in the sale. So I was lucky enough to receive a couple of books for Christmas off my Amazon wish list, which I'm so excited about, and now I just don't know where to start and which book that I want to read. The first book I received from my parents is Dracula by Bram Stoker. So I've mentioned a few times before, but if you're new, I have a book club with my best friend and we want to read some classic books together, and this is one that we thought we both might really enjoy. So I received a copy of this. I've never seen this edition and I absolutely love it. It's like this midnight blue and it has a gold and it shimmers in the light. I've never read Dracula before. I don't think I've ever seen any of the movie adaptations of this either, so I'm really excited to read this. Then my best friend did actually buy me 2 books. One of them I'm not going to show because it was more like an inside joke, but the other one she gifted me is The Raven Queen. This is by Pauline Francis. I've never seen this book, but it sounds really interesting. I have lived the life of a princess since the day I was born, but it did not bring me what I wanted. I'm still trapped. My beloved Ned speaks of true love, freedom, a future, to walk with him in the forest. Our raven soaring above us is my only joy. But my father plans that I shall be betrothed to the king, and I am afraid. Queens of England have a habit of dying, and I have no desire to take the throne, no wish to find myself in the Tower of London. Wife, queen, I fear it may bring me to my knees. This is a tale of love and tragedy based on the life of Lady Jane Grey, often remembered as just a line in a history book. So this sounds like it's going to be really interesting and I can't wait to read it. Then from my parents I also received A Merry Little Meet Cute by Julie Murphy and Sierra Simone. So there's a funny story behind this. I picked up this book when we were doing the Christmas food shop in Asda weeks ago and I could not find it anywhere. I've been asking my mum if she'd seen the book I bought and we just could not find it anywhere. And then Christmas Day I unwrapped it. So somehow this book managed to find itself into the pile of Christmas presents instead of being in with the Christmas food shop from when I purchased it. So my mum ended up wrapping it and gifting it to me because she thought it was one of the books she bought me. So I had been hoping to read this on the run up to Christmas, which obviously hasn't happened, and I don't want to save it till next year because I'm really excited to read this. So I think I'm going to try and pick this up before the end of the year whilst it's still kind of the Christmassy vibe. Then I received a copy of The Book Boyfriend. This is by Gianna Louise Skinner and my fiance gifted me this one. I've just been browsing on Amazon and this one popped up and it just sounded really interesting, and I really like the cover of it too. Emmeline always dreamed of being an author, finding comfort in words and between the pages of her beloved romance novels, but a mental health diagnosis leaves her blocked and unable to write. Then she inherits a crumbling second-hand bookshop from a mysterious old friend, and Emmy discovers that magic is real and maybe her fantasies about the heroes of her favourite historical romances aren't so far-fetched at all. A handsome stranger wielding a sword as dangerous as his Tudor past appears in Emmy's bookshop asking for help. Together they must race against time itself to lift the curse imprisoning him in an ancient book. But when growing threats for her safety are proved real and not another symptom of her illness, Emmy must learn to trust her own voice again. Can she find the words to save Jonathan and her shop before tragedy strikes on the final page? Romance addict Emmy may be, but this damsel is about to kick distress into the ever after. This just sounds like it's going to be so good, and I think this is definitely going to be one of the first books I pick up in 2023. And then the final 2 books I was gifted, one was from my parents and one was from Jamie, and they are part of the same series. These are my most anticipated books. I'm just so excited to own these. Shannon was also given these 2 books as well, so we are gonna read this series together as part of our book club. But I received Dark Fae and Savage Fae. These are by Caroline Peckham and Susan Valenti. As you can see up there, I have all of the Zodiac Academy books, and I just absolutely love the Zodiac Academy series, and these are also set in the world of Celeria, and the characters in these books pop up in Zodiac Academy, so I'm excited to kind of see the crossovers between the two series. I believe there are 4, potentially 5 in this series, so as soon as I finish these I'm going to purchase the rest. And I need to rearrange my bookshelves because I have a Zodiac Academy shelf and I want to try and fit these on here as well. I'm just so excited for these books. They're like the top of my Christmas list, and I just can't wait to finally get started on this series. So I'm looking at the pile that I've got here and that I've split up into different videos, and I have kind of 3 miscellaneous books, so I'm going to add them into this video. So I did not receive these for Christmas, but they're ones that I purchased in the run up to Christmas. So I got this edition of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. This is the Mina Lima edition. I got this in Costco. It was $16.99. I already own the Philosopher's Stone edition, so I'm really excited that now I have this one as well. Then I was doing some Christmas shopping in TK Maxx, and they have really stepped up their book game recently, and I found Love Her or Lose Her by Tessa Bailey. This sounds like it is a second chance romance. It says it's a unique, sexy, romantic comedy about a young married couple whose rocky relationship needs some serious renovation. I have read one book by Tessa Bailey, which I didn't particularly love, but I know lots of people really love this author, so I wanted to give some more of her books a go. I own It Happened One Summer, which I haven't yet read, so I might read that one before I read this one, but I was just happy to find some pretty decent books in TK Maxx. And then the final one I also picked up whilst we were doing a bit of a Christmas food shop in our local Tesco. They have like a book donation stand, and I found a copy of Alex Approximately by Jen Bennett. I honestly have no idea what this is about, but I do know it's been on my Amazon wishlist for absolute years. It's an ex-library book, but it is hardback and it is in really good condition. And I've kind of stopped reading YA over the last year, but I still kind of want to go back to it every so often because it is the genre that got me into reading. So I don't know when I'm going to get around to picking this up. But this book had literally been in there for months, and I never ever had any change on me to put in the charity tin to take it, and I just always assumed that every time I go back it would be gone, but this time I had some change on me, so I got it. So that was my Christmas book haul. Thank you to anyone who bought me a book. If you are watching this, I am so excited to start off my 2023 with some of the books that are at the top of my wish list. But also thank you for watching this video. But yeah, I will see you next week with my next video.